Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Reed Blake Thomas of Brighton Football. How's it going?
I'm good. How are you, Casey?
Doing well. So, obviously, it's been a few weeks since the football season ended for you, but it was still a pretty good year, for you guys.
Yeah, I'm really happy. I got the chance to play with my brothers. I had a great senior year. Didn't end how we wanted it to, but I'm just blessed I got to have that season.
Yeah. So, what was this year like for you? Because, there was a lot of big time, there was a lot of guys coming back. There was also a lot of new guys and a lot of new spots. But what was it like just kind of going out and getting some big wins? I know obviously some tough losses came along the way, but what was the season like for you guys?
Man, I enjoyed it. I think we meshed really well. I think we had a great off season, and I think those gritty wins that we barely won. I think it was because of the off season and the relationships we had with each other. So, and some of those losses, we really grew from those, which boosted us through the season. So, yeah.
Yeah. So going into this year, what was I know you guys had a lot of goals that you wanted to accomplish, but what were some of the things that you did throughout the year that what did you accomplish this year in terms of just personal goals you wanted to get better at as an everyday player?
Yeah, I obviously, we had a new linebacker coach come in, Coach Noss, and he told me at the beginning of the year, man, listen, I hold the single season tackle record right now, 112. So I'm like, all right, coach, I'm coming for that. Hope you know that. And turns out I had 113 at the end of the year. I got the record, so I was happy about that. Building my college interest throughout the year, I was really happy about that. So yeah, pretty much.
Did you ever think you would break a record your senior season?
Yeah, I did. I just trust in the work that I put in, man.
Yeah. What was the best moment you guys had this year?
I think winning that playoff game was big. I think sticking around with Howell very closely in the playoffs was big, and just sharing those moments with my brothers meant a lot.
Yeah. A lot of people don't, you've been on varsity, you know, the last 3 years, obviously you've accomplished a lot of things. You've beaten every team, at least once throughout your every team in the KLA West at least once,
Yeah.
throughout your career. What will you remember about these last 3 years? Or just all 4 years of playing football here at Brighton?
Yeah. It's just the brotherhood, man. Knowing that I got a brother to call for life, knowing that what we went through meant something, no matter the wins, no matter the losses, I get to call these guys my brothers, and some of my best friends are from the football team. And you can't build that relationship anywhere else but football, in my opinion. So that definitely is important.
Yeah. Okay, so as you kind of try, let me ask you that. I'll ask this next one next. What does football mean to you? I've been getting a lot of. I always like to ask that question when seniors are done. So, what does it mean
Yeah.
to you?
Well, I've been playing almost my whole life, and what it means to me is it really develops you into a man. It shows you the values and the traits that I want to carry on through my life when I have kids, when I'm working for a job. The coaches have done it for me, and the in football itself has done it for me. It's instilled the character traits that I want to carry throughout my whole life. So that's important.
Yeah. So I know, like, you talk about what's next. There's obviously a lot of things that you're currently going through, like currently working through right now, trying to find a home for next year and stuff like that. I know you want to continue your football career.
Yeah.
So what has that been like for you? Just before we get into potentially where you could go, what has this recruiting process been like? Because it's something that you've been working on for years.
Yeah. It's definitely been stressful. I've been working at it for a long time, and I've built a lot of good relationships with coaches and schools, and just finding the right place to call home is what I'm trying to do right now. Whether it's going down far away playing football, whether it's staying in Michigan, I'm not sure yet. But I know that I do want to continue my football career. I've got some options right now. I'm gonna see what comes in, but yeah, I'll have to see.
Yeah. So there's a lot of things that you could go to in places like that. So like, what is it going to be like going and either staying local here or maybe traveling far? Like, what's that going to be like for you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure, right? College, I'm definitely nervous for it, but I know that when I get into a program, I'm gonna work my butt off just like I did when I came into Brighton as a freshman, and I'm gonna work my way up, and I'm gonna do the things that I'm supposed to do, and yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. What will you miss about high school football?
Yeah, I mean, you hear this from college players, NFL players, like there's nothing like high school football. Playing in front of your community, especially a community like Brighton where everyone comes out to support, especially at the home games, but we even traveled well too. There's nothing like it, and whether it's at school that next Monday, hearing about the win, or the whole week, everything's about that Friday night. There's no feeling like that. I just don't think you can compare anything to it. So that's really special.
Yeah. Um, and then also, what are I know we're only in at or time of recording, we're in early December, but what
Yeah.
is I know that you only have around 5 months left in the school year, but what's the plan for the rest of this year and just trying to soak everything in and stuff like that?
Yeah, man. I wanna be involved as much as I can, going to the sporting events. Yeah, and as you said, I just want to soak everything in, hanging out with my boys, because once we leave off to go to college and do our own thing, I don't know if or when I'm gonna see them again. So I just want to spend time with the people I love here at Brighton and appreciate all of it.
All right. All right, Reed. Thanks so much for the time as always, and we'll talk to you later in the year.
Thank you very much, Casey. I appreciate it.